Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness. This freshness of talking
Yeah,
together on this level. It feels like puppy play at the dog park to me.
totally. Totally. Let's sniff each other.
Yeah, yeah. And then play.
Yeah. And I was
And
like,
then yeah. Paws down, tail up, it's on.
it is on.
Yeah. And then the scramble, the sheer delight of playing. Oh, I'm getting chills now.
I just picked up this object.
Oh, what
That's
is it?
my uh,
Oh,
that's my engagement ring.
oh my God. He's serious guy. An
It's so big I can't
800
wear
carat
it.
diamond.
I need a special cast for it.
Yeah, I said I wanted a big diamond. Oh my God. Oh, this is my engagement ring. It feels like that.
Yeah.
This is my engagement ring. This is how I play with life. It's full on. It's full on. Whenever I go out, and we don't go out too much. We're in our 80s,
Yeah.
and I play with people. If I see, I talk about this often on my videos. If I see an old guy like me
Yeah.
hobbling along, I'll say, "Hi, how you doing?" "I'm fine. How are you?" I say, "You want to wrestle?" They'll, they'll say, "What?" I say, "You want to wrestle? Me and you right now." So the responses I get, I bet I've done that lots of times. And then a window opens up like this
Yeah.
window,
Yeah.
and then we play
Yeah. Sniff
and
each other out.
check each other out.
Yeah.
And the
What's going on
opening,
over there?
yeah, yeah. What's your world like? What? Oh God! And then they want to play.
You. What do you smell like?
Yeah, yeah. Oh God, it's so
All right,
beautiful.
you're all right. Da, da,
Yeah,
da,
you're all right.
da,
Yeah, yeah.
da,
Let's
da,
go.
da, da, da.
And then run. Oh God. Yeah, it's like that, but it's on a human level. Um, life is fun. It doesn't last that long.
No, it doesn't.
No, if you're
Yeah,
lucky.
I'm already 417 years old.
Yeah. If you're lucky, your hair will be white like mine someday. And as an old woman, you'll look back at your life and say, "Oh, it was good.
Oh,
Oh, I've
that's
done
such a
everything I
nice
want."
vision.
Go ahead, huh?
That's such a nice vision.
Ah,
Yeah.
well, I hope you,
If only. If
if
only.
only. Yeah, if I would wish something for you, it would be to go old. Um,
Nice.
just have those years behind
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
uh, and to say, I wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah. All of it.
I
Yeah.
tasted the world, and the world tasted me, and it was good. And then we disappear, never to
Yeah.
be seen. Yeah, God. People take life so seriously, as if it's important, as if it has meaning or purpose.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
It
all the
has meaning.
time,
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. You go. You're on a roll.
on a roll. Yeah, it always feel like it's rolling downhill. Um, and
Yeah,
all
that thirst for meaning. That's an addiction. Yeah, I love it.
ah, it is. It's an addiction
Yeah.
to the feel-good chemicals.
Yeah. And
Um,
the me story.
yeah,
I'm important. I'm better than, different
yeah,
than, separate than.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
go ahead. I want to hear you talk about
You
it.
sweetness. Um, we can't exist. We we don't exist except in this world of imaginary separation. Um, and of course we don't exist there either, but the only place we appear to exist is in the illusory, objectified perspective of a beautiful human brain. Um, as a person, as a persona, as a phantom, as a hologram. And all the time life is whispering, come here. I
I have something more exciting.
have something more exciting.
Yes.
Yeah, it's delicious to be human. We're so, there's nothing like us. There could not be anything like us in the entire universe. People say, oh, there's hundreds of billions of stars and more planets, and surely people evolve somewhere else. But when you think about the evolution of humanity from, we got to start when the dinosaurs were wiped out. We were funny little hirsute creatures crawling around, warm-blooded, and being snapped up by dinosaurs. We had no chance
Yeah.
until the
Warm and
dinosaurs.
fuzzy and delicious.
More than fussy. Um, kind of possum-like, they say. When dinosaurs were wiped out, we had a chance. And then after hundreds of millions of years, primates evolved. And then out of primates, they found like 13 or 15 human-like species. And Homo sapiens survived and wiped out, they think, or they died out. We killed the Cro-Magnon, and here we are.
Yeah.
Very unique. Evolution never repeats itself.
Yeah.
Once we're gone, nothing like us will ever be again.
Yeah. The one thing appearing as everything, every unique thing. So beautiful.
Yeah, so beautiful. And we are every species has a built-in obsolescence. We will be gone one day, and the window to the universe will close. We are the only organism that is aware of the universe, aware of stars, aware of love, happiness, anger. Animals don't know they're angry, and they don't get angry, they just react. Um, we are the only one who has a sense of self through, I think, through language and a shared language. We're unique and beautiful and wonderful, and most of us go through our days in a haze of unknowing, a haze of unawareness of how beautiful. Right now, I'm looking through oak trees and I see the ocean,
Mm. Mm.
and I look down and I see you, um, a beautiful woman who I'll never meet,
Oh.
who who lives in a separate universe from me, a universe of memories we can never contact except through language.
Where do you live, Michael? Maybe I'll be
I,
at your door for lunch. You never know.
you sweetheart. I live in California on the Central Coast, halfway between Los Angeles and San Francisco. It's a little village-like town of
Hmm.
6,000 people. Oak trees and pine trees,
Hmm.
rolling hills, charming village. The people here, I just love them.
Hmm.
I love my neighbors. I love,
That's so wonderful.
yeah. It's almost always 72 degrees,
Wow.
winter and summer, warm rains in the winter. Uh,
Hmm. Hmm.
uh, yeah, it's beautiful. Where do you live?
I live in Oregon, so I'm just above you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Oregon's so beautiful.
Yeah, I
It's
was born and raised in New York City, but I came out here and it was like this is it.
oh,
Yeah,
yes, the green, green
yeah,
everywhere. I love Oregon. I love, I love almost a rustic like quality to the people, to a
yeah,
pioneer spirit or something. There's something. Maybe I'm just adding my own overlay, but there's something special about everywhere.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I could see why you fell in love with it.
yeah.
We looked, uh, we looked there seriously with our family, and at that time, Californians were not terribly appreciated. We kind of, I was originally from Wyoming, Jackson Hole, Wyoming,
Oh wow.
and so I started saying, "Oh, we're from Wyoming," but we had a California license plate.
Yeah, yeah.
But Californians have kind of Californicated Oregon. That, that's fine that they have. We opted not to go for lots of
Yeah,
reasons, really. The kids were in school, but I still fell in love with it. We looked at a little farm, which I always
it's
wanted.
beautiful there. I've spent a lot of time in California. It's there's nothing like it.
No, it's a beautiful state. It's we I always wanted to go back to Wyoming, but when I lived there, the winters where it gets 40 below, and it's hard. It's a hard scrabble life, and I love being here. I think I'd love it anywhere.
Yeah,
Too old to move though. What part of Oregon?
yeah. I live right beneath Portland, in a little town called Milwaukee where they don't have sidewalks and they have like really, really big streets. I mean, really big trees. And I grew up in I was born in a big city, so to me it feels like the country.
It is, of course.
Yeah.
You have an Oregonian like feeling to you.
Thank
You,
you.
but you blend right into Oregon.
Yeah.
Yeah. No New York accent at all. It's all gone.
No. It'll come out if I talk to my mama.
Yeah. Do you miss New York? Is there something there you miss? No, not I talked to an old fellow my age, and one of the old guys I was talking to, and I said, You're not from California, are you?" He said, "I'm from New York." He said, "Oh, okay, that explains it." I said, "Do you miss New York?" It was New York City. He said, "Oh, yes, I do." And then he got those dreamy eyes. Like there's something magnetic normally about the place we were born,
Yeah.
and that was our early life. I still miss Wyoming,
Yeah.
but it's really objectified longing. Life
Uh-huh.
itself is
Yeah.
longing,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we have that longing inside. We want to focus for it. One of my focuses is Wyoming.
Yeah.
We are just longing. Every human being has this longing.
Mm.
Every organism has longing.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful difference between longing and grief because there is beautiful longing here for New York, and I do have plans to go back soon and see family there, and I absolutely love it. It's such a unique place, there's a real heartbeat and a rhythm to it and an anonymity to it of just going and just disappearing and just
Oh,
trusting your fellow New Yorkers to lead you everywhere and just
yeah,
you know I loved it. I absolutely loved it. But
yeah.
there was sort of a grieving period of like a lot of tears for many years that sort of stopped.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. The tears go away, the longing remains. One time I went to a Tim Kliss's meeting and I said, "Do you still have the longing, Tim?" He said, "Oh, yeah." And the lady said, "Oh, Tim, I thought that would go away." He said, "No, it
I
doesn't."
want my money back.
Yeah. All these years I meditated. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Um, it doesn't go away. And
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it to.
No, there can be a sort of a bursting into tears randomly all the time. Just
Yeah.
for like, I love this sandwich, whatever it is.
Your your guitar playing is longing for something. The perfect chord, the something you can't quite reach. Your painting, your artwork is longing for expression of something inside that's pulsating and wants to get out.
Yeah.
Ah. I think when we embrace our longing, it doesn't
And
go
then it's
away.
beautiful. Sorry, go ahead. It
Oh, no,
doesn't
go
have to
ahead.
be. So
I
it's
don't mean
such a
to.
bummer.
Oh, you love. We see when we embrace our own longing, we see other human beings as longing also, and
Yeah.
it opens our heart to them.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I went to an AA meeting last week. I haven't been for a very long time. I was a practicing alcoholic for from age 16 to 29. And I think I have 55 years of sobriety, but I haven't been to an AA meeting in a long, long time. And I went to one, my neighbor had it at his house, and I fell deeply in love with 12 or 13 people.
Mm.
And I just looked around the room and I saw they were so serious and so hurting.
Yeah.
And I looked around the room and I thought, oh, I was there at one time. I remember the pain and shame. They were like little kids to me,
Yeah.
like 2-year-old innocence. Everyone's innocent.
Yeah. And with that pain and shame can come the story of like, there's this separate me who could have done something different.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Yes. Yes. No one has a choice. We're reactive machinery, really. Nothing could have been different than it was. All of that stretches the psyche and I think sometimes breaks it where you're broken and then the body heals itself naturally, and we take that for granted. That cut will send little fibers, the body sends
Right.
fibers to
Yeah. We
close
don't
it.
even remember it, right?
No, no, don't do anything.
Whatever.
Yeah, yeah. All the T lymphocytes are alert on the body, and they go in and they kill any virus, and they kill themselves to protect the body. And they kill the virus and bacteria, and the little fibers form and try to close off the wound. And all of that's taken for granted. The body heals itself.
Yeah.
And I, the mind heals itself.
Yeah.
I was broken and I went to therapy for years. And
Yeah. I still go. I have a non-dual therapist who I love. I love it.
one, oh yeah, I love therapy. I love therapists.
Yeah.
Um, I had a therapist when I was having panic attacks and depression. And this is long before they had the word panic attack, and I didn't know what it was. I thought I was going crazy.
Yeah.
So terrible. Have you had panic
Oh
attacks?
yeah. I have. Yes.
I would wind up on the floor just curled up moaning, and my wife run me to the hospital at 3 o'clock in the morning, and the doctor would sleepy, and he'd say, "Well, put a paper bag over your head so you don't hyperventilate." And so I do that, and it didn't
Yeah.
seem to help.
Yeah.
God.
It seems like nothing could help though.
Oh, I was beyond help. I went to a therapist. She was crippled in a wheelchair, badly crippled. And I telling her what she was going. She's listening and listening. She said, "Oh yeah, those are panic attacks. I have them too."
Yeah.
I said, "Really?" And I started to cry because somebody knew what I was talking about.
Yeah.
She says, "When I was little, my mom would get drunk and throw me around the room by my hair."
Mm,
I said, "Oh." Her mother was an alcoholic and couldn't find a man
mm,
that would stay with her with this
mm.
little crippled child
Yeah.
and took it out on her. So she, I don't know how, healed herself, became a therapist. I went to her, I don't know how long, Teresa,
So beautiful.
and I started healing. I went to other therapists.
Yeah.
I always went at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'd wake up with my panic attack, and I thought, why 3 o'clock? Always. So I dreaded 3 o'clock. I dreaded going to bed.
Wow.
Uh, I'd sleep on the floor sometimes to avoid.
That's such a difficult thing
Oh,
because sleep is a solace for
yeah.
so
Oh, yeah.
many. Yeah.
Yeah. If I went into a restaurant and felt a panic attack, I would never go back to that restaurant. And gradually the world started to get smaller. After years, my son went off to college. I adore my son, and I missed him so much. For some reason, I was sleeping in his bed when he was
Mhm.
off to college.
Of course.
Yeah, the smell of his pillow, the
Yeah.
trophies around the room, everything
Yeah.
was him. And I had a most vivid, dreamlike experience, but it was real. I was about 2 years old and being molested
Mm.
violently. And all I could do was scream, "Mommy, mommy." And no one came
Wow.
because both my parents drank. And I woke up in the morning. I felt a finger on my face stroking my cheek. And I saw, who is that? I thought it was my wife or my son. And it was me. I was stroking
Yeah.
myself. He,
Yeah.
I was, I was stroking
Yeah.
my own cheek, um, loving myself. And I thought, oh, that's why I wake up at 3 o'clock in the
I was
morning.
just gonna say, yeah, sometimes it's like so perfect,
Oh,
the
perfect.
body's way of like, there's something going on. We're gonna give it to you a little bit at a time.
Yeah, a little bit at a time, a little bit. Um, I thought, oh, okay, okay.
And then
Now,
there
of
it
course,
is.
yeah, the panic attacks didn't go away,
Mm.
but at least I would say, okay, come on. I know why you're here.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they diminish. I haven't had one for many, many years,
Mm.
and they diminished over time, but they were there to protect me. We don't have enemies inside.
Yeah.
Saying, be alert, watch out, you're vulnerable.
And then something releases.
Yes,
Yeah.
something breaks.
Yeah.
Tears.
Yeah.
I cried and cried and cried. uh, for that little boy, but it opened my heart to
Yeah.
other people who have their own traumas, their own childhood monsters.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing how much compassion we can have for ourselves?
Oh, and then the compassion comes back to you too.
Yeah.
You start to love yourself unconditionally. You see yourself. I was laying in bed this morning, I was rubbing my feet together and just kind of watching them, thinking, isn't that amazing? Look at look at me. Aren't I wonderful?
Yeah. It's all so ephemeral,
Ephemeral. Yes. Ooh. Yeah.
but that's why it's so beautiful.
The whole thing, everything. Um, you can't pick and choose. You have to take it all.
Yeah.
Um, you sing too?
Um, yeah, my dad is a jazz and bebop musician. Yeah, he taught me, yeah, how to match pitches and rhythms, sing before I, yeah, could,
Oh,
yeah, yeah, could talk. So it was a very special relationship between us.
oh, how wonderful is that?
Hmm.
Do you still have him?
I do.
Would you tell him he did a good job?
Yes. He really, yeah,
Hmm,
yeah,
how
yeah, he
wonderful.
really did.
Oh my. I watch my son with his children and he's like a grayback gorilla. He's so kind and so patient and so gentle with them.
Yeah,
Adores them.
yeah, yeah,
I watch mothers with their children. I was watching a mother at Target, the large store, and she had three children, all little, and uh, two of them were being very good, and the little boy was just being a little monster. He was grabbing stuff and throwing it, and he tried to bite her. She said, "Oh no, hon, don't bite, Mama."
oh,
And he put one of those, and there are those around, those children that are in
yeah,
court. Ah, and she was so patient. She was haggard.
yeah,
Hair was somewhat a miss, and the two were just being jewels.
yeah,
And this little boy, and when she walked by me, I said, "You're a wonderful mother." She said, "Oh, thank you so much."
oh,
And my heart just broke for her because I know what she's in store for her.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
your heart breaks for all of humanity. It's so hard to be human.
yeah. I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about there was a story that you started, and God, I wish I could remember.
Hmm. Don't
I was
worry.
so curious about it, but there was sort of, yeah, an awakening story type thing. You were in
Mhm.
a foreign place or something.
The event, whatever happened to me, was one night in Las Vegas.
Yes,
Is that what you're talking about? Yes.
yes,
Uh, we had gone to Las Vegas twice a year. We own retail stores in Cambria, the town where we live, and we had to go to trade shows twice a year in Las Vegas and other parts of the country. But I don't like Las Vegas. I I'm I don't. the drinking, the smoking at that time was, and the loud noises, everything was just, I just didn't like, I disliked it intensely. And this was like 15 years ago, I think. We were at the Hilton, and I had gone to bed thinking that things don't exist. There's no such thing as a mountain or a river, an ocean, or a state, really. There's just lines around things that we make,
Yeah.
objectifying brains make. And I said, I was thinking of things, this is my normal thought process for the past 50 years, really. And I was thinking if things don't exist, how real am I, the holder of things? And the world started to spin. It just started like a vortex.
Mm.
And I was terrified, and I tried to back out. And I heard it wasn't a voice, but a thought came that, you little chicken shit, your whole life you've waited for this, and you act like a little girl. And
Whoa.
that was from a shaming father. I grew up on a dude ranch, and if we fell off a horse and cried, it was like a little girl. And so it was a shaming thing. And so I thought, oh, and I didn't really let go, but it caught me, and it was a chewing up, grinding, terrible. Whatever it was not pleasant. And I woke up in the morning on the floor, and as the way I remember it, I was weeping. I was crying,
Yeah.
and my wife says, "What's wrong?" And I wanted to tell her that I was gone and I wouldn't be coming back, but I knew she wouldn't understand, and so I just cried.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean by that.
Um, And I knew that this was the mind of Ramana and the mind of Christ and Buddha, that this was it.
Yeah.
This was it. This was all there was to it.
Hmm.
Um, and I cried for several days. And I remember sitting in the car going to the trade show, and we were on the road in Las Vegas called Flamingo. And we turned off of Flamingo onto Paradise, which is another road.
Hmm.
And I was thinking, oh, paradise.
Ah,
But it's the synchronicities, I call them synchronicities, but I don't really believe in synchronicities, but it's just the things we notice in life. It hasn't changed. I see the beauty everywhere. When I saw your face, I thought, oh my God. It was like a warm wave rushed over. Um, and it
goosebumps.
feels like surfing that wave for a moment. I don't surf, but my family does. So I get the feeling of what it's like falling down the face of a wave. And nothing's changed since that day.
Yeah.
Among the turmoil of the confusion and the not confusion, among the rough brain chatter, the internal dialogue that's always going on, that is the sense of self, is always the most sublime quietness in the center.
Yeah.
It's always there. Even when I'm
Mhm.
terribly frustrated like I was yesterday, it's always. My wife says, I'm going to call Thad, our son. He'll help us. I said, oh, no, don't bother him. So she could see how frustrated I was, and she called him. And I got mad because she called him. I didn't want her to call him
Yeah. Yeah.
because I think part of that, well, I know part of it was because I'm the dad.
Totally.
I'm,
Totally.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 But all the time, the quietness is watching,
Yeah.
watching, but it's there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so beautiful. You can call me if you have a technical problem. I can try my best. I'm a C plus average when it comes to that. But I find a C plus average is very handy for my elderly parents.
Yeah,
They're
that's
like,
average.
you're amazing at this. I'm like, I am completely not, but thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my, oh my. What happened to you? What was your experience?
Uh, I mean, if you want an awakening story, is that
Mm,
what you're talking about?
mm. Yes.
I had a 12-day fever. I had adult chicken pox, which is very serious. I was covered. And yeah, it was like a sort of a very, yeah, slowed down near death experience.
Mm,
And everything, yeah, what words?
mm,
There was no filter anymore. When I was a child, I could see and hear spirits. So, and it was terrifying for me. It wasn't pleasant. They weren't playmates. It was the spirits I could see spoke louder than anyone else. The bright lights were louder, more bright rather than the sun. It was harrowing and it was difficult to function. And it sort of went away at some point, but it all came back when I had that fever and I could see and hear spirits everywhere talking to me. But within that, it was also seen for the first time that there was nothing to be afraid of, that there was no separation between these spirits and me, whatever I thought myself to be. So for the first time, there was no fear anymore of death or spirits or anything. It was just the one thing appearing as all these different things.
mm,
And I thought I was going to die, but I didn't. And when I came out of that fever, there was no separation at all.
mm,
And I could still hear and see spirits, but it was clear that they were the one thing.
mm.
Yeah. And there was nothing to fear.
Yeah, fear of death just disappears. I had a stroke, I don't know, 12 years ago or so, 15 years ago, I don't know, 10 years, I don't know. And I was on the floor. I could feel it coming on, and I collapsed on the floor, and everything went black, and I thought, oh, I'm dying. And my first thought was, I've had the most beautiful life. And then I thought, oh, my wife is going to see me here, and I'm so sorry for
Yeah.
her, so sad for her. But it was okay to die.
Yeah. Yeah.
And ever since then, even more so. This is all extra time for me.
Right.
3 times I've almost died. Sepsis in the hospital. Um, People gathered around, the world fading.
Yeah. I had a car accident where I flipped over 3 times, landed upside down on the
Oh,
highway.
oh,
Yeah. Things were different after
really
that.
different. Yeah, you knew you were going to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things are great gifts if we survive. Huh. Um, Everything's a gift. Everything.
Yeah.
Um, it's lovely talking with you.
Oh my God, you too, so much.
Um, whatever and whoever your dad is, I've fallen in love with him too,
I'm in
whoever it
love with
is.
him too. Yeah. He's
Whoever.
so lovable. He's a
Oh,
jazz man and he's just all smiles. He's a wartime veteran,
oh,
but yeah,
he's a hero. He is a,
so beautiful.
yeah, a gas man, you said?
Jazz man.
A,
Jazz. Jazz and bebop music,
oh,
jazz.
jazz man. Okay.
Totally.
We had a famous jazz musician who lived in town. He was black and beautiful. I forgot his name, but he has quite a few records out. I'll try to remember it. So I'm sure you'd know him. Um, he didn't play so much in the United States, but more overseas, um, Paris, and he was appreciated much more overseas than here. And we'd talk, and I'd see him in the grocery store. He'd be going,
Yeah, totally counting everything. Two, three, four, and now I
"Oh,
buy this and do.
oh, yeah." And
Uh,
then I'd see him, and I'd say, "The music never stops, does it for you?" No, he said.
Such a happy spirit. Yeah.
Yeah,
My
charming.
dad is like that.
Yeah, the music never stops.
So
And
happy.
yeah, and for you, the music never stops.
No.
Um, I think you probably had a biological predisposed to that, but your father certainly encouraged and nurtured it.
Yes.
And what a gift to have. I never listened to music growing up. Uh,
I'd like to hear you sing, Michael.
uh, I was saying one time, somebody, even when I sing to myself, I sing off key.
Let's hear
And
it.
it's, I know.
Ouch, 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 down, she down.
It's
Let's
something.
scat a little bit.
Yeah, I just, even now, I never listen to music. There's generations of beautiful musicians that I never listened to.
Wow.
Yeah,
Something for your later years, maybe.
no music in the house, no books, nothing. Uh, it was isolation. We moved a lot of towns, but I never had friends because I didn't want to bring anybody to the house
Yes.
or listen to music. And even now, music interrupts my thought stream. Uh, my family knows that Papa gets in the car to please turn the radio off. Because all the time this internal dialogue is weaving. I usually keep a pad and pencil. You,
Nice.
you said three things that I wanted to write a song about. Uh,
Alexis, this character did?
well, not a song. My words are the only way I sing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it'll pick up something. As a musician, you'll probably pick up a something and want to stretch it out a little. Um, Mine does that with words and thoughts, and I love it. I wouldn't
Yeah.
change.
Yeah. You have a, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, huh?
You have a book out now, don't you? Or,
I do, and then another one is coming out. Claire, in England, who is a psychotherapist, and we talk sometimes about how conventional psychotherapy and non-duality fit together. Actually, we have a meeting every other Saturday about it,
nice.
and I hope you come.
Oh, I'd love to.
I'll notify you when it's coming up,
Hmm.
and it's about and she's a non-dualist and also a psychotherapist, and how those two worlds knit together.
Yes.
And quite often people in non-duality kind of, say this to psychotherapy.
Oh, I know. I know.
And um and
The
personally
one
I
thing, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, you go ahead.
The one thing appearing as psychotherapy.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Yeah, it's the one thing appearing in psychotherapy.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, for me, it was a great benefit. I think you have to be established in the dream before you can realize that it's a dream.
that's it.
You have to know that you're dreaming before you can know you're being dreamt.
Yeah.
Um, it's a long path to get to this placelessness.
What's your book called, Michael?
I am this. Um, I think it's still free on Kindle on Amazon.
Cool.
Um, and the new one, there's a new one coming out that Claire and her friend are helping put together.
Nice.
And I want to put it free on Kindle also. Um, it's the newer writings, and it's should be 300 and some pages. I Am This is like 400 pages, but a lot of it is a lady named Amy did the artwork, and
Oh, wow.
sometimes there's just one or two sayings on a page.
Nice.
Yeah, the hardback is has Amy's artwork in it, and the
Cool.
Kindle is just writings. It doesn't have any artwork.
Nice.
Um,
I
yeah.
also, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you go ahead.
I also released a book a couple months ago with drawings and words called The Nothing.
And nothing. How beautiful. And it's available too on Amazon?
Yeah, no, it's on Kickstarter. I did a Kickstarter for it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I
And
can put the link in the description. And can you put, maybe you can send me the link for your book so I can
okay.
put it in the description. Yeah,
Yeah. And
I
if
want to read
you
it. Sounds
oh,
really
you
beautiful.
sweetheart. Um, yeah, the Kindle is much cheaper. They set the price on the hardback or the
Yeah,
paperback.
yeah,
And I wanted to put a very low price on it, but they Amazon sets the price, and I didn't have any
yeah.
choice. But as I mentioned, that one has Amy's artwork in
I
it.
can't wait to see it.
Oh, you love. The Nothing is a good, beautiful name for a book. Um, it's the nothing into which everything flows.
Mm, mm,
I see the world, the world that I see is the way it's seen through here is that everything out there is really in here. Everything this brain experiences is within itself. All of its named objects,
mm,
its objectified perspective, its
mm,
illusion of self,
mm,
all of this, you, Alexis, this is my Alexis.
mm,
It's the things you've told me, the picture I've created about you,
mm,
your father,
mm.
guitar, the paintings.
Yeah,
Um, that's the only Alexis I can ever know. And as we talk in the future, or if we are in meetings together, that will be colored in more and more.
yeah,
It becomes a beautiful painting, a pointillist painting that's ever evolving. It's a jazz improvisational painting.
yes. Always changing. Yeah.
Always, every word you say adds to it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh, Interfacing with the image here of me. That's the interplay of holograms. And holograms can merge for a moment.
Yeah.
And it's quite delightful. It's the puppy play,
Mm.
but they separate, perfumed with each other's life.
The one thing appears differently to every being, right?
Oh, look, I love Chihuahuas. Oh God, I do. I want one so badly. My wife doesn't really like pets, and I love my wife, but I people love their chihuahuas so much.
Yeah.
And I had the opinion of chihuahuas that was not favorable. I always saw them as yappy little things. But now, after getting to know them through people like you,
Yeah.
I absolutely love them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You-
William's part Italian Greyhound, part Chihuahua. He's mellow. As you can see, he didn't make any noise. He's
Oh,
just, yeah.
part Chihuahua and part what?
Italian Greyhound.
Oh, I love them too.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
People who love greyhounds, especially the people who rescue them,
Hmm.
um,
Yeah.
fall so deeply in love with them.
Yeah.
Oh, look at him, how patient, how gentle. What a love. I did hospice work for a long time, and
Oh,
they have hospice meetings for people who have lost their pet.
yeah.
And I grew up on a working ranch and never felt that way about any animal. And after being in hospice for a while, I started to see how the bond between humans and other sentient beings can be.
Yes.
I had a pet otter once that I loved that much.
Oh,
I did.
they're beautiful.
God, he was wonderful. And as children, we found a baby porcupine on the road whose mother had been
Mm.
her, and we brought
Oh.
her home, much to the chagrin of my dad, who hated porcupines. But we raised this little porcupine,
Wow.
and she was so charming and so beautiful.
Wow.
We'd walk ahead of her in the forest. They don't walk very fast, and we get ahead of her, and they don't see very well either. So she'd look around and go, oh, 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 and then she
Yeah.
little tears would cry, and she'd go, oh, oh, oh. And then we pick
Oh.
her up. You have to pick them up from underneath
Yeah.
because they don't have any quills. But we never got stuck by a quill.
Yeah.
Just so sweet. And oh, I could, I, if my wife dies before me, I will get a Chihuahua.
Yes.
Oh my. How how fortunate that little dog is to have you,
Oh.
and how fortunate you are to be in the company of such a princely little person. Is
Thank
it boy or
you.
girl? Girl?
A boy named William. Yes. We're just
Zoyam?
a little boy. William.
William. Good
Yes.
name. William. Hello, William. I'll bet he's so comforting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a beautiful picture of both of you right there.
Thank you.
Stay in my mind. Ah. Um, this has been so wonderful.
I know.
I love you.
I love you too.
That comes out sometimes when I don't expect it, but I love the fact that it does. It bubbles up.
Yeah.
And it is, in a sense, the only love we can ever know is that when our holograms dance and merge for a moment.
Yeah.
Bodies can merge for a moment, and that's beautiful. But this is different. This leaves no trace of anything but the most delightful experience. Uh, and yet the longing remains.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometime play your guitar and sing. I don't know if you know Leela or not.
I love Leela. Yes.
Oh, I think everyone loves Leela. Um, She sings. She
Oh,
has the most exquisite
oh,
voice.
I can't wait.
Oh my God. I think she was a singer at one time, or but I could see her being professional.
Nice.
Exquisite voice. Yeah. We will the last time she sang a song and I said, "Let's talk soon." She said, "Oh yeah, and maybe you could join."
Yes, I would love that.
Wonderful. Well,
Okay.
Ote. One of my grandkids said used to say Ote. So it's
Okay.
Ote. Oh my God, this has been fun. What a
Yeah.
beautiful thing you are, whatever you are. Yeah, you can't,
You too.
you see, we can't see ourselves
No.
because we don't actually exist as a person. But I can see you. I can see, I can see your beauty. I can see the little girl playing music with her dad. I can
Yeah.
see the teenager, the awkward teenager, 13, 14.
The awkward teenager trying not to be awkward.
My daughter used to fall down the stairs because she was growing faster than her brain would accommodate. So she'd stumble down the stairs and fall down, and oh God. And also awkwardness in life.
Yeah.
It's a tough time, adolescence, but we made it through, thank God.
Yeah.
Um, I can see the first boy that you fell in love with.
Ah, John Mashio.
Uh,
John.
yeah. Oh, the first broken heart you had. The whole human. No, I can't really see those, but that's when I see a person
Yeah.
as a fully ripe fruit.
Yeah.
Um, the term solidified sunlight came up today.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to expand on that. Solidified sunlight is what,
Wow. That's beautiful. That's what we are.
yeah, we are. Yeah, just sunlight walking around,
Yeah.
playing music,
Pretending. Yeah.
pretending. Yeah. Jesus. No, I love people. Most of all, I love people. And I happen to be one.
I love that you love people. That's really
Oh
beautiful.
God. I want to I want to stroke their hair and look into their eye. When my son was growing up, I would say I would hold his face in my hand and look into his eyes and say, I love you. I will always love you. You can count on me. If you ever call me, I'll be there for you. And as a teenager, and teenagers start drinking, I would say, I love you. I will always love you. If you call me at 3 o'clock in the morning, I will come pick you up. No questions asked.
Yeah. So
Call me.
beautiful.
And he does that to his children now.
Yeah.
And I hope they will do it to their children. These things get passed down.
Yeah.
Um, whenever my grandchildren were little, whenever it rained, not whenever, but sometimes when it rained, I'd pick them up, say, come on, and go out, and I'd lay on the grass, and they lay on my back in the rain,
Yeah.
and they'd curl up trying to get warm. And then they'd relax, and we'd lay there in the rain, and I'll say, can you feel the rain? I do, Papa. I do. I
Mm.
have pictures. I'll post some pictures.
Okay.
And my son has two batches of kids. He married a younger woman, got divorced from his first wife, and had two kids together. But the younger kids, one time, Gwenny, who was part of the younger batch, called him and said, Papa, when it rains, would you come over and lay in the rain with you like you did for Nate and Zoe? I said, of course I will. And so next time it rained, I went over and they were having a party and a lot of people in the house. I said, come on, Gwenny.
Yeah.
So she put her coat on. I said, oh, no coat. So she took off her coat. I laid on the grass and it's a shock because it's cold. And she laid on my back and it was so warm and wonder. We stayed out there for probably 10 minutes and talked.
Yeah.
And I felt her hand reaching underneath my stomach area. And I said, are your hands cold? She said, no, I was going to try to warm your hands.
Oh.
I said, oh, Gwenny, that is so beautiful. I said, will you do this with your grandchildren? Oh, yes, Papa, I will.
Mm.
I know she will.
Mm.
My papa used to do this with me. Um, those things, those
Yeah.
little.
The little things. Yeah.
One time, my son, he was 5 years old, didn't like school. He was so quiet and shy. And he's, Dad, I don't want to go to school. I said, no, really? I was driving him to school. We lived in the snow country. I said, oh, I was headed towards the school. So I pulled off by the lake where we lived, and it was frozen over. So we spent the day skipping stones on the lake.
Nice.
And this, when you skip stones on a frozen lake, if this ice is just right, it goes bong, 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 bong.
Uh-huh.
And we thought, that's beautiful. So we were skip, and then we went home and I think we stopped at the store and got some candy or something. And that's one thing he remembers most of all was that,
You got me candy with tears. Yeah.
yeah. And when I didn't want to go to school. Also, we
Beautiful.
got in a fight when he was a junior, when he was in high school, or junior high. And the teacher expelled him. And I taught him to fight. Boys are tough. They get bullied.
Sure.
So I taught him how to fight, and he got in a fight. So the teacher sent him home, and I said, cool, let's go skiing. And so we went skiing. Those things, just the little stuff.
So beautiful. Just an
Yeah,
acceptance of what's happening rather than getting lost in what should be happening.
of course, of course. That's that's the love. Really the only love we can offer to others is love them for who they are, what they've done, what's happened to them.
Yeah.
Everyone's been torn apart by life and beat up. Life is
Yeah.
indifferent. Doesn't care. Life doesn't care about us. Beats the hell out of everyone.
Yeah.
I see warriors. I see heroes. I see
Yeah.
tear tracks
Yeah.
of bloodstained clothing. Um,
Okay.
and still people are walking around smiling. I,
Yeah. And even that is a victory, isn't
oh,
it?
yes.
It's such
Yeah.
a victory.
Um, I do. Heroes. Everyone's a hero.
Yeah.
Uh, and then that light comes back.
Yeah.
It's all you anyway.
Yeah.
Your whole world is you. I am
Yeah.
existing only in that beautiful brain thought of as yours. For you, this is as close as we'll ever get. Um, I find that so beautiful. It's always improvisational jazz going on between people. You're
Yeah.
playing your instrument
Totally.
in rhythm with my instrument
Yeah.
for a moment.
And the more we can just let go as to what's actually happening rather than the story of what you should,
Uh,
what's this person or that person or what I should.
yeah,
Yeah. None of
yeah.
it. Just, yeah, should in general.
Oh, and Dixieland jazz, you know better than anybody. Everybody's kind of playing a different tune, but they're all playing the same
That's it.
thing.
That's
And
it.
I met a musician who came with one of the people that come to the coffee shop. It was her partner. He was a key grip in Hollywood. He still is, I think. And musician. He said musicians call that in the pocket.
Yeah.
And I got chills, and even now, in the pocket. Sometimes when a band's playing on stage, I've seen videos, and one will look across the other and smile, and the other one smiles back. They're in the pocket. They know that's what musicians love, is that pocket. That's what runners love, the runner high. That's what surfers do. They
Yeah.
get in the pocket as they're going down the wave.
I'm getting a message on here that my camera is running out of batteries.
My camera's running
So
low on
lovely.
batteries too.
It was so
I've got
lovely
to,
to speak with you.
yeah, we better hurry. I've got to eat too because my batteries
Okay,
are running low. What a love you are.
let's talk again.
Yes, I will see if we can bring Leela into this.
Yes.
And you're both musicians and songstresses, and so you'll have something. You already have something in
And there
common.
was something else you were up to too. I forget what it was, but I want to be included.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. That was the meeting on psychotherapy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I will let you know, Alexis. Bye bye. I love you. I
I
love your
love
dad.
you.
I love your dad. Yeah.
I love your wife.
Oh, she's the sweetest, lovingest person I've ever known. Oh, I'd be dead without her. She is just, oh God, she's wonderful. I'll talk to you soon, huh?
Bye.
I I see your painting.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
That's it.
Like Mondrian. No, like Chicago. That's what it reminds me of.
Wow.
Dreamy. Bye, huh?
Bye.